So I've been fighting my 95 Mustang again. And I guess when you get these old cars, it's just not uncommon that, you know, you find problem after problem. So the car was really idling bad. I replaced the PCV. I replaced the throttle position sensor and the idle air control. Things seemed to be fine. No problem. Car was running great. And then out of nowhere, it started stalling bad. And then the fan stopped working. And the problem with the fan is I didn't remember at what point the fan stopped working. Was it after I replaced those parts or not? Well, I ended up going berserk. I replaced the CCRM, which is right here, which controls the fan and the fuel. The car was idling rough, so I'm like, well, maybe there's a problem. It makes sense, fan stops working. Even went and got a different, did some research, got a different sensor for the coolant temperature sensor, replaced that with a better brand. The one I got was just a cheap one. I thought, oh, maybe went with the Duralast. Problem didn't go away. I actually had to buy a true Motorcraft coolant switch, required pigtail rewire. I'll show that. But in this video, you'll see how I got the fan working again and what I had to do to resolve that. The things I did was to test was I put a paper clip on the plug, and when I tested that, the fan comes on. Basically, you put a paper clip between the 2 points and like a jumper, basically, and then the fan came on. So when that happened, that told me that there was an issue with the thermostat or the coolant temperature sensor itself. So anyways, video's coming up. I want to test if say you think your fan isn't working and you want to test it. It's actually pretty simple. All you're going to do is disconnect the coolant temperature sensor, take a paper clip and just wire between the two. Okay. So I went ahead and jumpered in. We'll go ahead and start the car. And if you look, also throw a computer code in your car. You'll get a check engine light when you do it, but it's not a big deal. So if you wonder if your fan's working or not, that's how you can test it. Now, if your fan isn't working, it doesn't mean the fan is necessarily bad. Or the fan will not come on until the car gets about 180 degrees temperature. So you would have to let the car warm up, see if the fan comes on. But say you jumper it and the fan still doesn't work. Well, before you go out and replace the fan, look at your fuse box here and check 2 fuses. You want to check this 10 amp fuse here and this 60 amp fuse here. These 2 fuses, make sure they're not out. They control the fan control module. Now, after that, if you check that, fan still doesn't come on. Unfortunately, the other part that's possibly bad is something called a CCRM. Sometimes it's called the body control unit. And 90% of the time, don't waste your money replacing this. It's usually not the problem. But this is called a CCRM. Inside this box has the modules for the high and low fan setting and your fuel control in this box. And it's right there. Not very cheap. They're about $150. But what I've read, this is seldom bad. I wasted my money. If I would have done basic checking again, I just assumed putting a new coolant temperature solved my problems, wasted a lot of time and money. Though now I understand some of the fuses involved and stuff like that. But again, I would not spend the money on this until you absolutely have troubleshot everything else. Motorcraft kit 9U2Z12A648A. Completely different. You can hear the fan, it's now working.
So if you like this video, go ahead and smash the like button below. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, go ahead and click the subscribe button and the bell if you want some notifications. See you next time on Chasing Mustangs.
Thanks.
All right.
Great job.
Yeah, I see it like literally every day.